Good morning. Welcome back. So, the last few days, I have been working on my relationship to trust. And a lot of things that I needed to trust. Just trust. I have control issues, and I had to let go this weekend. And while anxiety reared its ugly head, the underlying energy was essentially play, and I was reminded that the bad is gone. Just trust. Nothing bad was gonna happen. So there's a lesson in that for somebody. The factors that would trigger an anxiety attack and the need for control are gone. So it's time just to get into the flow and play. And we have the card Feel into Emotions. Look at that lion, snakes, sunflowers, butterflies. Feel into emotions. There's a lot of orange and yellow, sacral and solar plexus. Card number 14. How do you feel in this moment? Close your eyes and feel. Notice the sensations and emotions running through you. We often intellectualize our emotions rather than feeling them. When someone asks you how you are, do you answer with how you think you should feel or how you truly feel? When you think into your emotion, there is a possibility that you will deceive yourself, either by wanting everything to be fine, even if it isn't, or being too afraid to celebrate your joy. The phrase, "I'm fine," is often used to allow you to bypass how you are truly feeling and hold you in a place of no feeling. That's interesting, because when I was a child, my dad's mom told me, don't tell people how you actually feel. If somebody asks you how you feel, just tell them you're fine. It's neutral. That's all they need to know. I'm fine. And then there's something here now about over-explaining. I guess we'll get into that too. By feeling your emotions, you're allowing yourself to experience the full, beautiful spectrum of them and release them rather than letting them become stuck within the body. It's important to feel into your emotions so that you become aligned with yourself. Perhaps you've been ignoring the ups and downs of your emotions in fear of what might happen if you truly felt them. Let this be your reassurance that in order to heal, you need to feel. And life is much fuller when you allow yourself to feel the full array of emotions. So this is relevant to that trust thing, the control thing. Saturday, I went to a friend of mine's place out in Virginia, and we went, it's just like an off-grid, it's like a recreational property, right? So we went up there, and we spent the day four-wheeling, and he cooked supper for us, and we took the dog on the four-wheeler, and that was cool. But anyway, at one point, he was going down the road. We were coming off trail and going back to the lot, and he full throttle down the road. Now, 45 miles an hour down the road is like no big deal unless you're on the back of a four-wheeler riding bitch when you're used to being in control with no helmet. And I thought he wasn't going to slow down before he got to the stop sign. And I already had to overcome my feelings about touching him in the first place, because while we've been friends for like 3 years, he's one of my clients, and we never actually like hung out. Not like this, right? So I guess you could say I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I just like was like, hey, 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 and just tucked my head into his back, and it was like, it's okay, you can trust me, I know what I'm doing. And I had no reason to not trust him. So I had to like feel that anxiety bubble up and then let it go. Because for the rest of the ride back to the property, I took my hands off the rack, or the rack in the back. Like, I was able to take my hands off the rack, and I was like, okay, well, my life is in your hands right now. And yeah, so it's important. It's important. Okay. Explore fullness is at the bottom of the deck. Look at all of that purple. What does fullness represent to you? So often in life we're taught to thrive on emptiness, whether that is being celebrated for being slim, or being part of our consumerist society that needs to feel empty so that we can keep craving more to feel satisfied. Let's rebel and explore the glory of fullness. It will allow you to soak up the entirety of each moment, the fullness of every emotion, and the feeling of being totally satisfied with every meal. When you allow yourself to explore fullness, you may notice that many places emptiness has appeared up until now. Let's reclaim fullness as a celebration rather than a failure. Changing this perspective can change the way you enjoy your life. Think about how rich your experiences could be. Yeah. And that, I think that was the lesson for me, was exploring the fullness of the situation, like just allowing, letting go and just allowing. The Ace of Pentacles wanted to stay in the box. So we're going to leave that up here with the Oracle cards. The Ace of Pentacles, interesting. This is associated with the crown chakra. Crown chakra. Explore fullness is the crown chakra. So we've got Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And a yes. Feel into emotions and explore fullness. Can you please tell me the story of what collective needs to know today? I had so much fun on Saturday. Like, I have not had that much fun, and fuck if I know how long, because I spent 20 years being afraid to live my life because I didn't trust my partner. Center of the deck is the card Justice. This is you. This is the present moment. Justice. Karmic justice, consequences, legal disputes, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, life lessons, contracts, binding agreements, settlements, an apology. Decisions needed to maintain justice, law, and order. It's Virgo and Libra. Top of mind, we have the Nine of Swords, but it was reversed. Light at the end of the tunnel, recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress. In the past, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the 10 before the 11. Good luck, destiny, chance, karma, soulmates, decisive moments, cycles of life, fate, fortune, upheaval, chance, gambling. You cannot step into the same river twice. That's true. That's true. Like, the river is only what it is right now. And in 2 seconds, it's different. In the subconscious is the King of Cups. Neptune and Pisces. Trust, wealth of knowledge, caring, healing, good advice, someone who understands unconscious motivations, a man in touch with his emotional life, a mature, emotionally stable person, a good friend. And in the future, we've got the moon reversed. Again, Neptune and Pisces. That's fucking interesting. So, the moon reversed. Okay. Releasing fear. Unveiling secrets. Subsiding anxiety. Truth, regaining composure, and self-deception. This is all good. This is all good. This is more of the same. So, the mind, right, represented by the swords and also the top of mind in my spread. The mind is saying that you're recovering, you're improving, you're letting go. We have balance with justice. Like, love always outweighs fear. Love always outweighs fear. The soul says that it is okay to trust. It is okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot reversed. Interesting. Forcefulness, lack of direction, lack of self-control, powerlessness, aggression, coercion, being blocked by obstacles. Four of Swords reversed. Finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. It's Jupiter in Libra. The Hierophant. Traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, knowledge sharing, social groups, education, knowledge and beliefs. Yes, and the Seven of Pentacles, making investments. Things coming to fruition and hard work paying off. Bottom of the deck, at the foundation. Oh. I think that you probably were in a state where you were trying to force direction And there was a moment of letting go. A moment of letting go. And there was knowledge in the letting go. You learned. I don't see but just one Cups card out here. So this has been a mental thing for you. Overthinking, right? The Nine of Swords. Upright, this card is fear, anxiety, terror, negativity, deep unhappiness, stress, burden, overwhelmed at your breaking point, the inability to cope with or face life, mental anguish, guilt, regret, remorse, focusing on the past, and a subject of gossip, right? The Four of Swords upright is fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, needing solitude. So I think that you really wrestled, and then like the rest of these cards are either court cards or they're major arcana. So you're blocked because you were trying to force things instead of feeling into them. You weren't trusting your intuition. You were just like in the grind and trying to force things, trying to control where it's not your job to control. You need, you never step into the same river twice, but you were trying to force the flow of the river. Now, this all leads up to this Wheel of Fortune. Like as you got better with trust, you gained knowledge, and then things started happening for you, and then you gained some more knowledge, and then more things started coming for you, and now you sit in this place where the Wheel of Destiny is finally turned, right? And justice has swept in to balance it all out. You're no longer forcing. However, it's time to live your life, man. Like, let go and live your life. So after the Moon is the Knight of Cups, romantic proposals. Here he comes to save the day. Offers, invitations, taking action, following your heart, attraction, dating, affection, your ideal man or woman, an amiable, intelligent young person full of new ideas and proposals. Okay? You're releasing fear and allowing trust. So all the good things can start coming in. Right? I guess that's where this Ace of Pentacles comes into fruition. New beginnings. Be patient with your investments. And you had to learn that. You had to go through the school of hard knocks, so to speak, right? The World reversed. The World reversed is lack of success, stagnation, lack of achievement, disappointment, burden, lack of completion. Page of Swords. Significant information, logic, fairness, ideas, inspiration, planning, vigilance, protection, and dexterity. One who is calculating and unconcerned about the feelings of others. One who is mentally quick and subtle. Those who are both mentally and physically dexterous. The Page of Swords also asks questions, and they're seeking logic, fairness. Pages are curiosity. Creative expression. And the Page of Cups reversed. What the fuck? Childhood issues, sexual abuse, bad news, broken dreams, someone who does not plan for tomorrow. So I think that there's a lesson here in about stuckness. Idle hands are the devil's playground. You're blocking your own romantic beginnings coming in because of childhood issues. Oh, that's where that trust is. You're curious about it, but there's no success in this romantic proposal. Like, like I can't. You have all this good stuff back here, but now, like, as we're moving forward, the proposals, offers, and invitations are coming in. Your creative expression is opening up, right? But there's this disappointment. And you're like asking questions, and those questions are leading to you not being able to get your cup filled. One card, why? One more, 10 of Wands. And the 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, overburdened, overloaded, responsibility, stress, problems, weight on shoulders, duty, drudgery, obligation, saddled, restricted, burnt out, uphill struggle, taken for granted, taking on too much and delays. It's hardship and burden. So hardship is the 5 of Pentacles. Negative change in circumstances, feeling left out in the cold, financial loss, recession, feeling the world is against you, adversity, struggle, hardship, bad luck, homelessness, poverty, unemployment, lack, just the feeling of lack, the feeling that you're a burden, that you're never going to be good enough. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gossip, malicious lies, bias, loss, misery, one who puts people down and can't be trusted. You're blocking yourself with negative self-talk. That's it. Anytime that you say I am, you better make sure that that's got some positive connotation, because you're blocking this. You are blocking this from your life. The precious present moment. Start embracing the present. The conversation that we had 5 minutes ago is done. All we have is right now to integrate the lesson right now. Right now. If there's no reason to feel unsafe, stop feeling unsafe. Safety's not weird. Safety's not weird. Don't wait for that ball to drop. That ball may never drop. But as long as you're feeling like that ball's going to drop, it will. It will. Have faith and trust. It's okay to let go of the steering wheel. It's okay. I love you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.